And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the line? I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
Jabron.
Oh, the Parlay Pounder.
You got it. We're back.
Nebraska's first and only sports betting show.
Yes, sir.
And we're just going to continue on with our Super Bowl 57 extravaganza.
Yes, sir, Andy.
Now, we heard from Micah Crane. He had a lot of good points. It did sound like it was coming from Homerville, though.
Exactly. And if we're saying good points, I mean, I think I brought up a lot better stuff than he did. But that no shade to Micah. No shade to Micah. No, I'm joking. Thanks for jumping on, Micah.
Yeah, that was really good, and he did come up with some good ones.
He
there.
did.
So to be fair, now we're going to hear from Zach Santee, host of the Children of the Corn podcast. He's also on Twitter. He's very active on Twitter.
For sure.
Nebraska Hype Man. The official University of Nebraska Uber driver is his title.
Yeah.
There you have it. And he is a devout Eagles fan.
Yeah.
That's why we're getting him on board, and he's a very knowledgeable Eagles fan as well. We did some digging.
Yeah.
We found some prop bets over some former Huskers who are now Eagles. Should we dive into those before we hear from Zach?
Let's just get into them. I mean, a couple of these are outlandish, but they're fun to see our guys, our Huskers, on the prop sheet. It's so fun to just scroll through this thing and see all the bets you can make. But I'm just rolling right down. Chiefs versus Eagles, first touchdown score of the game, and right at the bottom of the list, Jack Stoll.
Jack Stoll,
the tight end from the Huskers. Plus 6,500. That is huge value. That means if you bet $100 on that, you're getting $6,500 in your bank account.
So if I bet $1, I get $65.
Exactly.
Okay,
so that's a better bet. That's a better bet because you're not losing the 100. But no, it's just fun. Like I said, to see these guys on the prop sheet, Andy, and on the flip side of that, player to record the first sack in the game. You scroll down the list a little bit. There's our guy, Sue.
And I threw that. I'm going to throw that at Zach.
Yeah,
I'm going to see what he says. If Sue gets that sack, or do you think he can?
Yeah.
Would you bet it or not?
Exactly. But the first sack of the game, it's a little outlandish. It's at a plus 3,200.
Hey.
It can happen. Obviously, they're going to be coming after Mahomes. Obviously, but like you said, Andy, the best prop bet for the Huskers has to be Ndamukong Suh to record at least one full sack, sitting at a yes at plus 312, Andy.
Yeah, I kind of like that because they've been using him a lot more recently, which he's only played in 5 total games.
He's fresh.
Yeah,
he's fresh.
4 regular season games, and you saw him making a couple of plays, 2 total tackles against San Francisco, 1 solo, and an assist or 2. And we've also seen a couple of half sacks in his 4 games of work in the regular season, which was very limited work. When he is in rushing situations.
Exactly.
Or pass rushing
situations. And Andy, we know this guy. He's big game material.
Yes.
He wants to show his face. He wants to get on TV. He wants to throw Mahomes down on the ground. That is his whole purpose for joining the Philadelphia Eagles, is to be in this moment where he's at right now. I mean, at a plus 312, Andy, you literally put $25 on this to receive 78.
There you go.
That's very good value. And if you're a Husker, this is our guy. If the only reason you're watching this football game is to watch the Huskers and the pros, obviously Sue's the biggest one that we've ever had probably, and
in recent times, yes.
In recent times, and $25 to win 78, I really think it's a good value.
Oh, what the heck? Just put 50 on it and give yourself a real good reason, honey. I got to watch the entire game.
I got to watch the entire game.
You're not too thrilled with Jack Stoll's season numbers of 123 total. Receiving yards on 11 receptions.
You know what? I really did like you saying put the $1 on it. If it hits, you look like a genius, Andy.
Yeah. You can always, he had a reception last week or 2 weeks ago against San Francisco, NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
They're going to him.
Well, I don't know, Andy, if you remember the last time the Philadelphia Eagles were in the Super Bowl. They ran some pretty crazy plays. Yeah. And obviously, people are going to be loaded up on Dallas Goedert on the other side when they go 2 tight end sets. So you never know. Could be play action. Jack Jack Stoll all by himself in the end zone. So
throw
like $1 on it. Like you said, win $65. I think it's a great play. Every Husker fan should at least have $1 on it.
I think so. I think that should be a must-do.
Yeah.
A must type of prop bet if you're a true Husker fan. Also, Goddard is injury-prone. We know that.
Yeah.
And we also know that Jalen Hurts loves his tight end. He was a different quarterback when Goddard went down, and he didn't have any chemistry built yet with Jack Stoll.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's a fun prop one. But if we're talking serious Husker type of props, we're looking at Sue getting that sack. And if you want to get a little crazy with it, what was that number for first sack?
Yeah, first sack is plus 3,200. So again, put $1 on it, win $32.
Yeah, there you go.
Like if you really want to get into it, it's to record that first sack for plus 312. And Andy, like you said, put $50 on it, 156 in the bank. So it's a good value. It's fun.
Yep.
And we know that he shows up for big games. We've seen it time and time again.
He does.
This will be his third time in a Super Bowl, and he lives for it.
Yep. All righty. So without further ado, let's hear from Zach Santee, the official Uber driver of the University of Nebraska hype man on Twitter, and hear what he has to say about his Eagles.